Hello, beautiful friends. Thank you so much for being here with me on this full moon or whenever you are practicing with me. But this will support you in harnessing the full moon energy and moving through the full moon in a way that feels more easeful. And so find a comfortable seat and we'll just begin in connecting into the breath. Placing your hands onto your knees with the palms facing up and taking a deep breath in through the nose, feeling that the breath moves low into the pelvic bowl area, and you'll feel your lower abdomen expanding. And just keep taking those deep belly breaths and feel your body resting heavier to the earth. Rolling the shoulders back and resting the chin parallel to the ground. Reach up to the crown of the head. And so the intention of this class will be to bring up all of those habits or thought patterns or stories or worries that have been heavy on us, bothering us, creating this uncomfortability in our body. And that's what the full moon does. It shines light onto those parts of ourselves that we need to look at, that was hidden deep. And the full moon literally draws it out of us. And sometimes we can feel that uncomfortability during the full moon, and our thoughts are racing, and there's all these old stories and ideas, and we're not even sure where they came from and why they're back. But it's an opportunity to look at that. And so this practice is to support the movement of all of those energies in the body. So we'll start by opening to the heart and bringing out that energy. So spread your arms out wide and roll the shoulders back. Have a slight bend in the elbows. And as you breathe in, let your heart puff up. And as you exhale, just roll the shoulder blades down your back and you kind of wiggle them back. So inhale, lift the breath up into your heart. And exhale, the shoulders down and back. It's like the wings are spreading wide and your heart is expanding up. And I want you to envision that all that's been dug deep within you is being drawn up. Let the moon pull it up out of you. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, release it, soften, surrender, opening the throat. Inhale, now reach your arms all the way up. And as you exhale, like you're pulling down the clouds from the sky, draw the arms back down beside you. Sweep the arms back forward. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, like you're pulling something down from the sky. Bend the elbows, open your throat and heart. Breathe in, lift the arms back up. I kind of sweep my arms forward. That's felt natural for me, but just do what feels good for you. And exhale, arching back, drawing the hands down and forward. And breathe in, sweep arms up, arch back here. Exhale, pull down, open throat and heart. Nice. And inhale, lift up, deep back bend. Exhale, pull down, open throat and heart. Place your hands down beside you. Just do some neck rolls. So inhale to one side and then exhale to the center. Then you'll breathe in to the other side. So roll through that at your own pace. And I'm moving my torso here as well. So get maybe your spine into the movement. You can kind of rock forward and back on the pelvis. Now place your hands onto your knees and inhale, open the throat and heart. Exhale, dome the back, come in. So for your cat pose, inhale, seated cow, open your throat and heart. And exhale, come back. Now I'm suggesting what you could be doing, but you're really just taking some wiggles and movement and warming up the body, the spine, and opening the heart and the throat. So just do what feels intuitively good for you, or just follow along with what I'm doing. But you're listening to the breath and layer by layer opening the body. Now switch the crossing of your legs so that we have a little bit more evenness in the hips. We'll take some circles with the torso. So I want you to envision that your spine is like this big wooden spoon. And as you inhale, you're coming forward, stir forward. And as you exhale, stir all the way back. And the soup that you're stirring is all that stories and sludge and habits and parts of yourself that just really don't serve you, and you're just stirring it up, because we have to stir it up to release it out. And so you're stirring all that up in your body, just taking it in circles and just trusting that it's coming to light. And through this practice, we will release it. So whatever's been heavy on you, daunting you, then let it come up, and don't fear it. Go straight into it. Now reverse directions. So making circles the other way, and continue that deep stirring of the body, of the shoulders, of the hips, of just everything. And now we'll release out of that. Come onto your hands and knees for tabletop position. Keep the toes tucked under. Now gaze forward and shift the hips back. Inhale, forward. So exhale, back. So that's all we're doing, is just shifting forward and back, stretching to the feet, warming up the shoulders, the wrist, everything. Now stay back towards the heels. Keep the toes tucked under and come into a child's pose with the forehead or chin to the ground. We're focusing on opening our heart here in this practice, so that with the heart open, we can bring to light all that was hidden deep within us. And so we'll be strengthening the spine in order for the heart to open. Come back up and go ahead, pulse forward and back a couple times. Again. And now in your tabletop, pause and lower the chest and the chin to the ground. Pause here, opening the throat. If this is too intense, walk the knees back just a little bit to create more space for your spine. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, you're just going to give it all to the earth. Breathe in, lift back up, hands and knees. And again, pulse back, forward, back and forward. Now keep the hips over the knees and extend the arms long, moving into a puppy pose. So you'll see here that my chin is on the ground, but you don't have to have that. You could have your forehead or your third eye to the ground. And you're lowering the heart deep into the earth. And your butt is high up to the sky. And breathe along this line of your body. And now rise up, walk the hands back towards you in your tabletop. Secure yourself on your knees, lifting up. Place your thumbs onto your sacrum. The fingers will spread around the hips. And now we're just going to shift the hips literally side to side, so that we're stretching the inside of our hips here. And so press pelvis to one side, come back to center, exhale, press other side. That's how I was breathing here, is inhale through center and exhale, shift to the side, but you see what feels good for you. And now we're going to actually make circles with the pelvis. So tuck the tailbone under when you press the pelvis forward, and then draw the tailbone back when you press the butt back. And then you make your circles. And you can go in reverse directions. Great. And now place the hands into the sacrum, your lower back. Traction your hands down and just lift your heart up. You don't have to super go crazy here with any back bend, but just opening your heart and your throat, and use your hands to support you. As your hands press down, your heart lifts up and out. Now release back down onto your hands and your knees. Curl the toes under, press back to your downward facing dog. Again, here, if you want to take any shifts, movements, pedal out to the feet, if that feels good to you, then feel free to do so. Now in your downward dog, your toes are slightly angled in towards each other. The heels are slightly apart. You're internally rotating your inner thighs up towards the sky. Tuck the tailbone under, just slightly reach the tips of your ears towards your hands. And now inhale, lift up through your heels and roll forward through plank pose. Pause here for the strength in your body, in your core, your arms, in your legs. Building heat, reaching out through heels and the crown of the head. Lift the hips back up, press downward facing dog. When you're in downward dog, also make sure you're integrated through the core, so you're drawing the lower rib cage in towards the spine. Lift the heels. Inhale, roll forward into your plank pose, shoulders over the wrist. Exhale, release knees, and then lower your chest and chin to the ground. Uncurl the toes. Use your hands to slide yourself forward, flat to the earth. Now keep your forehead to the ground. And as you inhale, lift your right leg up from the earth, up to the sky. Inhale, now lift the left leg. Now you want to keep the front hip points to the ground. So make sure your pelvis is squared to the earth. Now lift your palms up off the mat about 1/2 inch. Maybe your forehead lifts off, but maybe not. And now this time, inhale, lift your right leg up. Lower, exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg to hover. And exhale, lower down. Pressing the hands onto the earth this time. Use your hands to lift up into your cobra. Make sure your pubic bone is still on the earth. Relax the shoulders down the back, the shoulder blades. Heart forward, back of the neck is long, tucking the chin in just slightly. Release heart back to the earth. Interlace the fingers behind you. Lift the fists off the body and forehead maybe stays down. And inhale, lift right leg off from the earth, lifting it up. Then exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift left leg to lift. And exhale, lower down. Now keep the feet to the earth and inhale, lift your heart off the ground with your fingers interlaced behind you. Pulse up with a breath in, and maybe you lower just a little bit on the exhale. Now release all the way down, hands to the earth. Inhale, lift up to tabletop. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, shift forward and back. So inhale forward. Exhale, shift back. Just opening up to the back and all that we did so far. Now take into your cat and cows. So your cow is on the in-breath and your toes will tuck under, shoulders back, heart opens. Exhale to your cat where you tuck tailbone under, chin to chest, doming the back. So go ahead and wiggle through that a few times, continuing to really warm up the spine. See how deep you can take your breath. Keep right hand to the ground and inhale, reach your left arm now up to the sky and come to a half bind. We're just going to do a twist before we get deeper into the practice. Stack left shoulder on top of the right. Breathe in to open your heart and breathe out. Reach your left arm back up to the sky, and as you exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right until the left shoulder comes to the ground. So lean into the left shoulder and press your right hand firm into the earth to stack the right shoulder on top of the left. Rest the side of your left side of your head, the left side of your head to the ground. Breathe into all the intensities. Right hand stays to the ground. Inhale, reach left arm all the way back up. And exhale, left hand down. Smooth out to the spine. Take it through a few cat and cows again. Left hand stays down. Reach right arm. Rest straight up. Half bind, exhale, right hand comes behind the comes to the inside of the inner left thigh. Stack right shoulder on top of the left. Breathe in, open your heart. Breathe out. Inhale, right arm reaches back up, and exhale, thread right arm underneath the left arm until you come onto your right shoulder. Now press the left hand into the earth to spiral open, stacking the left shoulder on top of the right here. Pressing down through left hand, inhale, reach right arm all the way back up, reaching through fingertips, and exhale, right hand back down. Breathe in to your cow. Breathe out to your cat. Inhale. Curl the toes under, gaze forward, and exhale, press back, downward facing dog. All right, we're going to get deeper into our Vinyasa sequence, deeper into the body, and we'll build into our breath to help stir up whatever we're processing so that at the end we can fully release it. Roll forward into your plank pose, inhale, and exhale. Either lower your knees or chaturanga dandasana all the way to the ground. Uncurl the toes, inhale, lift up to your cobra. Pause and hold here and lift your right leg off the ground behind you. Release back down. Lift left leg up behind you, lower down. Try to keep the leg straight when you do that instead of bending the knee. One more breath in here. And exhale, melt heart to the ground. Interlace the fingers behind your body. Lift the fists off the butt. Now, lift your right leg. Keep the feet to the ground. Inhale, lift your heart off the ground. And then lift your right leg off. Inhale. Exhale, lower right leg. Inhale, lift left leg. Keep reaching the fist behind you, open to your heart. And exhale, release left foot and lower your heart to the ground. Now lower down and keep your forearms to the earth. So slide your forearms forward, rolling the shoulders back and down. And just let the whole back of your body, your legs, just be a heavy weight to the earth. Just sink it all. And your forearms are energetically drawing back towards your feet to grow your heart forward. Breathe into that. Cultivate this drawing up energy. No need to fear, run away. Go into what you're experiencing. Go into what's being stirred up. And giving yourself the space to open yourself energetically and physically and mentally for that full body release and clearing that's happening through this practice. Release your heart back to the ground, hands onto the earth. Inhale, lift through tabletop. Shift the hips back. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale back. Inhale, shift forward, just like we were doing in the beginning. Exhale back. Inhale, shift forward. And exhale to your downward facing dog. Alrighty. Lift your heels high. Inhale. And exhale, your choice. You can either float to the top of the mat or one step at a time, walk yourself there. So we're going to take a moment to chill out here. Walk your feet a little bit wider than hips distance and hold on to opposite elbows or forearms and just hang like a rag doll. And you can shift side to side by bending one knee and then the other and literally wag your upper body side to side and shake out the entire spine and let go of all gripping. Now maybe you just come to stillness and release the weight of your head as much as possible. Give it permission to just go into the ground. Feel this deep breathing in your lower belly and feel all thoughts dripping out of the mind. Maybe release your hands here. And so our thoughts that flicker through our mind, they're usually deep habits that have been ingrained in our being for so long, and they're constantly jumping at us. And sometimes it can just feel like they're constantly coming at us. But we have the power to not accept them as who we are. And so let them go, rising up to stand fully and make a decision right now to not be those thoughts in the mind. Bring the hands to your heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up, arch back. And exhale, bow and fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bow. Inhale, step it back. Your right leg back, lower the knee down and sweep your arms up to the sky. Open your heart. And exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, step back into your plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Come to the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift up. Cobra, heart lifts and heart opens. Exhale, bow, interlace the fingers. Draw the fist behind you. Inhale, lift up through your heart. And exhale, release down, hands to the earth. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, shift back forward. And exhale to downward dog. Inhale, lift right leg up to the sky. This time you're going to open the hips, stack right hip on top of the left, bending the right knee. Keep the shoulders squared to the earth. Try to lift the knee a little bit higher. Breathe in. And exhale, step right foot forward between the hands. Back knee lowers down. Inhale, arms lift up, arch back. And exhale, hands to the earth. Step left foot to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Press down through your feet. Inhale, rise, reach the arms all the way up. Maybe slight back bend. Exhale, hands, heart center. Inhale, shine palms forward, Tadasana, mountain pose. Pause to reset for the next side. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up and back. Exhale, bow and fold. Breathe into halfway. Breathe out, forward fold. Inhale, left foot to the back of the mat. Exhale, back knee down. Breathe in, arms sweep up, arch back. Exhale, right, hands down. Inhale, step back plank. Exhale, either lower the knees or chaturanga. Breathe into your cobra. Breathe out, heart down. Inhale, interlace the fingers. Lift the fists off the butt and open through your heart center. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, shift hips back to heels. Inhale, come forward, hands and knees. And then exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, rise, left leg lifts. Three-legged downward, bending your left knee. Gaze to your right shin. Press down through your fingertips and lift your hips away from the earth. Inhale, keep your knee high. And exhale, step left foot forward between the hands. Lower back knee down. Breathe in, arms reach up, arch back. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, step right foot forward, come halfway. Exhale, bow, Uttanasana. Root through the feet. Inhale, rise, arms reach up. Maybe slight back bend. And exhale, hands, heart center. Inhale, arms reach up, back bend. Exhale, bow, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot to the back of the mat. Open your heart, release knee down, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands come through heart center, twist to the right. Press left palm down into the right, spiral open. And so we're doing these movements to stir up the heat, stir up the triggers in our body in a healthy way, and to reflect on what's moving through us. And then our breath and our movement helps to shift the energy in our body, open up our rivers, our pathways. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, shift the hips back, place the hands to the ground, flexing your left foot, bow over the left leg. And when we're in this practice of movement and of strength, and we start to tap also into our power. And when we're deeper in our sense of power, that connection that's one with source, place the left hand onto the inside of the left foot and shift forward. We're going to come into lizard pose. So shift the hips back and then inhale, come forward. So exhaling, shifting back. Inhale, come forward, opening your heart. Exhale, shift back, stretching through that left, back of the left hamstring. Inhale, come forward, opening through your hip. Exhale, shifting back, bow in. Inhale, come forward. So allow your heart to open here, and you can either stay in the hands or lower down into your forearms, coming into lizard. And so as I was saying before, when we're in that sense of power, which is that connection to source energy, then we recognize that we are not our thoughts, and we don't attach ourselves to them. We can let them just be a fleeting experience and connect rather into who we truly are. So place your left hand onto your left knee And if you'd like, reach your left arm behind you, holding on to the top of the left foot. Maybe that's going to happen. Maybe not. You can just stay in lizard. And open your heart here, lean back and draw the foot in towards the butt. So since we're going to be opening the heart through a deep, deep back bend at the end of this practice, I also want to open up your quadriceps. Come back up onto your hands, release the bind and lift the back knee. Step it back into your plank pose. Breathe in here and exhale, lower the right knee down. Pivot your right foot away from you off the mat and pivot your left heel down, coming to a supported side plank here. Reach your left arm up overhead as you lift it off the ground and you spiral your heart open to the sky. Now breathe in, lift up for Gates pose. Lower your left hand onto the left thigh or shin and reach your right arm up overhead. So we're getting a strong opening to the entire right side body here. Inhale, reach past the head, arch to the side. Exhale, spiraling your heart open. Taking one more deep breath in, then exhale, spiral your hands all the way back down to the ground, pivot onto the ball of the left foot, step back into your plank, and exhale, lower to the ground. Breathe in, lift up, cobra. Breathe out. Heart goes down just slightly. Try to stay lifted as much as possible and then interlace the fingers behind you. Now lift your feet off the ground and inhale, lift everything off the earth. Your heart, your belly, your feet. And then exhale, release hands down. Inhale through tabletop. Exhale, butt shifts back to heels. Inhale, come forward, hands and knees. And exhale to your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift right leg up to the sky, bending your right knee. Stack right hip on top of the left. Keep the shoulders squared. Your breath is strong. And exhale, step the right foot forward between your hands. Back knee lowers. Breathe in. Arms reach up. Arching back. Release the left hand down to the ground and reach your right arm straight behind you. Maybe bend the back knee and hold on to the top of the back foot. Maybe draw the heel a little bit closer towards the butt. Continue to draw the shoulder blades behind you onto your back. Open your heart here. Ground down through your right foot. Release out of this. Sweep the right arm back forward. Lift your back knee off and straighten out to the right leg, folding over the right leg for pyramid pose. So inhale, bend right knee, open heart. Exhale, shift hips back, straighten right leg, bow. Inhale, right knee bends, open your heart, lower hips. Exhale, straighten and fold. Breathe in, bend right knee, step the back foot in just a little bit, prepare for your warrior three. Glide the left leg up off the earth, parallel with the ground. Walk your hands about 12 inches or so in front of the right foot so that your torso is still long. Reach out to the crown of the head, and you can stay here or begin to shift into half moon by stacking the left hip on top of the right. Then you'll place the left hand onto your outer left hip. Find your drishti, your gaze. You can either stay here or maybe bring the right hand into your heart, finding your balance. And maybe your left arm reaches all the way up to the sky. Half moon pose, one long line from the heel all the way out to the crown of the head. Slowly lower hands back to the ground if you lifted them. Shift hips squared and lower the left foot down to touch next to the right. Fold over the legs. Release it all. You can either hold on to opposite elbows or maybe palms facing up like I'm doing. And now walk the feet back and sit down deep to the body and come into your malasana. So hips to the earth. And I just love this pose. You're really connecting into your power, into the earth energy, into the length of your spine, the openness of your heart. And so just feel that strength within inside of you, conquering those thoughts, conquering that experience within you that's not really who you are. And saying like, you don't control me. You're just a thought. You're not truly who I am. And letting it go. And coming into your breath, coming into your power, coming into this moment. Placing your hands down. And if you'd like, you can take it into crow pose, placing your knees onto the triceps, the upper arms near the armpits. Bend the elbows. Now shift forward, almost like chaturanga, where the elbows are stacked on top of the shoulders. And you can pause and stay there, or maybe the feet lift off one at a time or together. And breathe. Your heart is open, gaze forward, lifting the heels towards the butt. Feel the strength, the power, the freedom in your body. Release the feet back down and fold over your legs. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Maybe slight back bend. And exhale, hands through heart center. Let's do the other side. So inhale, arms reach up. Back bend, exhale, hinge through the hips and fold. Breathe in, lift up halfway. Breathe out, bow in. Inhale, step left foot to the back of the mat. Release left knee down. Reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right. So press the right palm onto the left palm and stack the right shoulder on top of the left as you spiral open. Breathing into the lower abdomen here. And empty through the lower belly to release, like you're just squeezing out all that extra sludge, physical and energetic in the body. Inhale, reach the arms back up. And exhale now, place the hands to the ground and shift the hips back to your Ardha Hanumanasana half split pose. Flexing your right foot, bowing over the right leg. So as you inhale, the heart will grow forward towards the toes. Have a slight micro bend in your right knee, and exhale, let yourself bow. Inhale, heart opens. Exhale, bow. Just release it all. Place the right hand onto the inside of the right foot. And now we're going to shift forward and backs, preparing for our lizard. So inhale, pelvis comes down, bend right knee to stack it on top of right ankle. Keep the back toes curled under and open your heart. Now exhale, shift back, straighten to the right leg, bow. Inhale, open heart, bend right knee. Exhale, straighten right leg, shift hips back and fold in. Breathe in, come forward, open your heart, gaze forward, and exhale, shifting back. Forward on an inhale, back on an exhale. Inhale, come forward. Pause here. You can stay on the hands, pressing the pelvis forward, or come onto your forearms. Keep magnetizing the inner right thigh in towards the side waist. Reach the heart forward, the crown of the head forward. Magnetize the elbows back to lengthen your spine forward and out, away from the hips. Let the pelvis soften, just another layer. And let your breath go deep into the inner right hip. Whatever's locking up there, create freedom, create space, create movement with your breath and with your awareness. Place your right hand now onto the right knee and spiral open. You could just stay there twisting, or maybe the back knee bends and you hold onto the right foot. Hold onto the top of the foot. Draw the heel in towards the butt by bending the elbow. Relax the shoulders away from the ears and spiral the heart open towards the sky as you lean back a little bit into your left arm. Releasing your left foot, placing the right hand down to the ground. Come back up onto your hands, lifting your back knee. Inhale, step it back into your plank pose. Exhale, lower the left knee to the ground. Pivot on the left knee, so the left foot steps behind. Right heel comes to the earth. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Inhale, and exhale, sweep the right arm all the way to the front of the mat, over the head. Deep side body stretch all the way from the outer right foot out to the right pinky finger. Inhale, rise all the way up, gates pose. Right hand comes down onto thigh or shin and sweep your left arm up overhead, opening up left side body. So as you inhale, lengthen to the left side, you're exhaling, twisting your heart open towards the sky. So you're spiraling the right rib cage up into the left just slightly. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, cartwheel the arms back to the ground, pivot on left knee and step it back into plank pose. Breathe in. Exhale, either lower the knees or chaturanga to the ground. Uncurl your toes. Inhale, lift up through cobra. Exhale, just lower down enough so that you can interlace the fingers behind you. Breathe in, lift the fists away from the body, open your heart. And as you exhale, lift your feet off. Now breathe in, lift everything together. Lift your heart, lift your feet, lift the fist away from the body, open. And exhale, come back down, uncurling the toes, hands to the earth. Inhale through tabletop. Exhale, hips back to heels. Breathe into hands and knees, and exhale to downward facing dog. Integrating all of that medicine in the body. Breathe in, lift left knee up to the sky, bending left knee, left leg, and then bend left knee. As you exhale, step left foot forward between your hands. Release back knee down. Breathe in, lift up. Low lunge, opening up to your heart. Gaze up. And exhale, pause. Reach the right hand to the ground and left arm behind you. Maybe hold on to the back foot. Maybe not. Open your heart. And bend the left elbow, drawing the left heel in towards the butt. Keep drawing your left big toe mound firm to the earth. Fold over the left leg, straighten. And so as you exhale, you'll bow over the left leg. And then inhale, bend to the left knee, open your heart. So exhale, bow and fold over left leg. And breathe in, bend left knee, open heart. Exhale, bow and fold. And breathe in, bend left knee, open heart. Step right foot in just a little bit so you can lift into warrior 3. So the right leg will hover off the earth. Left leg is your standing leg. Fingertips are about 12 inches in front of the left foot so that your spine is long. Maybe you pause and hold here. Option is to take into half moon, stacking right hip on top of left, adjusting left hand so it's a little bit more to the left side of your left foot. Right hand comes onto hip. Maybe pause there, or maybe bring left hand into the heart and right arm reaches straight up to the sky. Stack the right side body on top of the left. Reach out through the ball of the right foot, reaching out through crown of the head. One more breath in wherever you're at. And as you breathe out, release hands down to the ground, square the hips and lower the right foot down to meet the left. Walk your feet a little bit wider than hips distance and bow over your legs. Release your neck, your head, your thoughts. Integrate all of that in your body. And then walk your feet a little bit wider of the mat or about towards the edges of the mat. And come again into the low Indian squat, your malasana. Bring the hands into heart center. Press the elbows into the knees and open the heart, roll the shoulders back. Let the hips sink low and the spine lift high. What's coming up for you? Does it define you? You decide that. Come into crow pose if you'd like, knees onto the forearms, shifting forward, lifting the heels, or not, just stay in malasana. Coming back down through malasana, if you lifted into your crow pose. And taking a seat on down. Let's slow it down. Come onto your back. Well, we're slowing down the movement, but not so much the intensity. We're going to move into our full expression of the practice, is this full wheel pose. You don't have to do it. First, we'll take into a bridge and see where that gets us. So feet are hips distance, press down through the hands and then your feet and lift your pelvis and your hips off the ground. And then interlace the fingers underneath your body and press your sternum towards the chin. And if you can, maybe try to scoop your hands underneath your sacrum. So press your thumbs into your sacrum and see if you can just lift your pelvis up a little bit more. Just give yourself an adjustment and lift up. Keep magnetizing your knees in towards each other, about hips distance. Release the hands back to the ground. Maybe lift the heels and lower down vertebra by vertebra. Now walk your feet a little bit wider. Knees come into touch. Place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Connect into your breath here. Integrate. Especially after that explosion of movement, take that moment to pause after and to watch it rinse away. It's like after a big storm and intensity and big winds and water, and then when it clears, you can just enjoy that rinsing. But we're going to go back into deeper expression. So if you'd like, you're going to take into a full wheel, hands by the head, press down to the hands, lift the body off the earth, or you're going to take into that bridge. And if you're in the full wheel position, you maybe can lift the heels, which creates, I feel, a little bit more space in the back, but could take a little bit more strengthening in the legs, and press the front of your chest towards the back of the mat. Deep inhale. As you exhale, draw the chin to the chest, bend the elbows, and then lower the upper back to the ground. Release the hands down by your side as if you're in bridge pose, and then lower down vertebra by vertebra, all meeting in the same place. Knees come in towards each other, walk the feet a little bit wider, and place the one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. So we'll be doing one more expression of the back bend. You can either take, again, the bridge pose or the full wheel again. And so do what your body's asking for in the moment, and also listen to it. Playing your edge, but not going off of it. Knowing your body, knowing yourself. Let's go. So place the hands on by the ears, palms to the ground, elbows shoulder distance, lift the hips, and then straighten the arms and lift the upper back and head off the earth if you're moving into full wheel. If not, just take into your bridge pose, just lifting your hips. Now, once you're in the full wheel posture, we're going to be pressing to the feet to press our heart forward. So as you inhale, press your heart forward. Exhale, shift back. This takes a lot, but as you inhale, press forward, play your edge open, stir up, release. Exhale, come back. And then slowly, one more time, inhale, press forward, and exhale. Bend the elbows, tuck the chin in, lower the upper back, and lower your entire spine down. Let's all come to the earth. One hand on belly, one hand on the heart, letting the knees touch, relaxing in. So good. Just feel into all of that. Let the spine be nourished by Mother Earth, and feel your heart free now. And you're going to slowly rock yourself up to a seat, cupping the hands behind the thighs, and extend the legs out in front of you. Taking it into Paschimottanasana, intense Swa stretch. Reach your arms up to the sky, breathe in, flex your feet, exhale, hinge through the hips, and fold yourself down. Do whatever feels good here. You can place the hands onto the feet, to the ground. You can bow your head in, or whatever feels nice. Just really give this moment to be with yourself and to choose, because you have that power of choice, what your inner environment is going to be by what thoughts you choose to accept for yourself. And so if there's that limiting belief, if there's this negative talk, if there's this doubt or uncertainty or comparison, you're choosing it. But now that you have awareness of it, you can say, that's not who I am. and affirm who you really are. Lift yourself back up. Draw the right knee into the chest. Cross right leg over the left. Lean to the left and draw the left heel in towards the side body. You don't have to do that. You can just keep the left leg long. Reach the left arm up to the sky. Inhale, and exhale, twist to the right, clipping the left arm to the outside of the right thigh. And coming onto right fingertips or right hand flat to the earth. Breathe in, lift up through your heart. Breathe out, twist open, relax the shoulders down. And now come back to center, coming to Gomukhasana, cow's face pose. So crossing the right leg on top of the left, right knee stacks on top of left knee. You can also do this, I'm demoing here, with the left leg straight and the right leg crossed, bowing here. You don't have to do that. You can do that instead of just bending both the knees if that's better for the body. Wherever you're at, bowing forward. Relaxing the head, roll the shoulders back. Opening to the hips, releasing to the lower back. Relax your shoulders just a little bit more and your head. Give everything to the earth. Walking yourself back up. Lean back. Extend your legs out just for a moment to reset for the other side. To the left knee into the chest, cross left leg over the right, lean to the right to tuck the left heel in. Placing your right arm to the outside of the left thigh to help press and twist yourself deeper. Inhale, lifting up to your heart. Exhale, press and twist, open. Inhale will lift you, lengthen you. And exhale will twist you and spin you. Come back to center, coming to Gomukhasana, cow's face. Again, you don't have to do this with the right leg straight. Bent. You can do it with the right leg straight. And then just bow over your legs together, stacking left knee on top of the right. Relax your shoulders. Have a steady, rhythmic breath here. Listen to the breath. Let it be this ocean sound that guides you and nourishes you. And leaning back, and then rising up to lean back. Untangle your legs and lower yourself slowly to the ground. So coming to Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle, where your soles of the feet are going to touch, knees bent, and then release your arms up overhead as well, our elbows slightly bent. And now this space just completely raw, open, just letting the full moon shine its light on you, not hiding from your shadows anymore, but just ask, yes, show me, bring it up, I'm ready. And I'm not afraid of it, because all those pieces of ourselves that we're holding on to and we're ashamed of, or we have guilt, or there's fear, there's lack, or limits, that's not who we are. So there's no fear around it. There's no need to hide from it. Let it come up. Let it be seen. And so opening your third eye, open your throat. Feel your heart expand and your belly just light and your womb space open and the root of your body spilled out to the earth, and feel the whole front of you just radiant and ready to be seen. And just recognizing that all of these thoughts and these experiences, there's no need to identify with it if it doesn't serve you. Bring the knees back together. And we'll do just a gentle spinal twist. So shift the hips a little bit to the left and then draw both the knees over to the right. Use your right hand to the top of the left thigh and gaze over to your left fingertips, twisting and spiraling open. And now as we start to wind down, it's now your choice to decide what you choose to live by, what your inner environment is going to be. So come back to center, shift the hips a little bit to the right, and then drape the knees over to the left. Use the left arm as a weight, and on your outer right thigh to weight the legs to the ground, and then spill your right arm out to the side, gazing over to the right fingertips. So it's the power really is within you to choose. Come back to center and wrap your arms around your shins and take a deep inhale and tense the entire body. Come to a little vibrating ball, and then exhale, release it all. Spread the legs out, the arms out, rest down into your Shavasana. Final relaxation with your palms facing up. Take as much movements as you need here, and this is where you affirm who you are. I am whole. I am free. I am joy. I am limitless. I am peace. I am here. I am now. I am love. You get to choose. And if there's those little flickers in your mind that say, no, you're not, or that's not true, or all of those doubts, just remember, that's not who you are. And you do get to choose. So be in your power now. Let the mind go. Be with your breath. And affirm in your heart the truth of who you are. Enjoy the Shavasana. Stay here as long as you need. So much love and many blessings. Thank you for practicing with me.